What's going on, Virgo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an amazing week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, what I'm going to be doing this week is a tarot card reading for the week of December 12th through the 18th. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling good. Vibrations are awesome. Now, what we're going to be focusing on this week is love, and whether you're in a relationship already, or if we're looking for that brand new one, this spread is for you. I'm going to be pulling 9 cards. Well, see if I can shuffle them first. I'm going to be pulling 9 cards with this spread and doing clarifications as need be, and of course a good old surprise card at the end. And in case you all were curious, because you probably noticed, well, maybe not, because I haven't been able to shuffle yet. This is a brand new deck that I'm working with, and for that whole thing, just got this bad boy in on Friday. It's the Light Seers Tarot deck, and it's, I mean, just the art on this stuff is sick, and you'll see, Virgo. I've been enjoying it so far, and I included in the description box a link down below in case you wanted to get your own. You know, have fun with that, Virgo. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, which is going to be, what is this person like? You know, what kind of energies is this person embodying coming in here? So higher self, what is this person like that's coming in for Virgo at this time? What is it that, what type of energy are they taking on at this time? Oh, right out the box. Oh, okay, right out the box. Okay, we got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse here. So I feel like possibly with this person, they may be, I feel like they're giving me like, I don't want to say they're not reciprocative, or that there's not going to be any reciprocity with this thing, but I do feel like this person maybe is a little guarded at first, or maybe is a little hesitant about maybe sharing things with you. And I'm not even sure, I'm not sure if it's going to be like as far as like emotions, or maybe it's with finances. There's something here where I feel like maybe they're kind of like holding back, or maybe something is in a past experience that's caused them to hold back. Let's get a little clarification on that, Virgo. Higher self, can we clarify the 6 of Pentacles in reverse? Because that is interesting coming out the box like that, you know. I got some questions for this person, but let's get a little clarification on the 6 of Pentacles here. Yeah, okay. You got the 2 of Swords here. So I feel like maybe, yeah, I'm feeling with this energy here, maybe this person is coming from, they're opening themselves back up to love, but maybe they've been betrayed in the past, or I feel like their trust has been compromised, or, you know, there's something going on with this 2 of Swords energy that's causing the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like it's, because that was what I was kind of getting with this. It's not like I feel like there's they don't want to share, or they don't want to give some, but there's just something here from the past that I feel like is causing this, some old scars possibly that's coming with this energy, Virgo. So I feel like there's not a problem. You know, we'll take it. We're just getting started. So, you know, this person is it's understandable, I feel like, to be a little guarded at first. You know, we're trying to make sure we're not compromising our boundaries here. So let's go on. Let's move on to see how you'll meet, Virgo. Let's venture down this a little bit and see what happens. And for those of you who are in a relationship, before we move on, if there's been something where I feel like lately where there hasn't been like that equal give and take, you know, if there's something that you feel like is just like kind of, maybe the person is like stewing in some kind of emotion or something, or, you know, there's something on their mind. It might be, you know, not necessarily just like, hey, what's wrong with you? But like a kind of soft, just like a, hey, everything okay? a good way, someone had showed me this article not too long ago. It's like it's kind of like a thing for couples where it's just like one question that stuck out in particular when I'm thinking about this situation is like, hey, have I done anything to offend you in some kind of way this week? You know, if there's something that I've done that you haven't liked, and then that allows that kind of, it opens a space for reciprocity, because now the person, you've done that for them, then that's like the other person hopefully will think like, oh, hey Virgo, you know, I appreciate you asking me that, blah, 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 blah. If there is anything, have I done anything in return? And, you know, then it kind of opens things up a little bit, Virgo. So I feel like that's kind of my 2 cents if you're kind of dealing with a situation like this. But yeah, let's move on to the second card here, which is going to be how you'll meet. So higher self. How will Virgo meet this person at this time? What kind of settings are they going to meet in? You know, where are we meeting them at on this journey here? Let's see how that's looking, Virgo. Yeah? Okay. Okay. So, you got the Ace of Swords here in reverse. So I feel like with this popping up, I feel like we might be meeting in a place of I feel like we need to meet on a place of like neutral grounds here. I don't feel like it's going to be in a place of that's going to be like really loud. You know, I'm not getting like a concert or like a really loud bar or anything like that. I feel like this is going to be in a place where you're going to need to really get to know each other, you know, where you're going to be able to kind of sit down and really kind of just kind of really talk. And, you know, that could be going on a walk, that'd be going out for I'm getting if we're going for dinner or something like that. It's going to be in a more kind of intimate setting. But I feel like it's going to be in a situation or be in a space where some clarity is going to be met, you know, maybe where you two can both kind of be honest with each other. So hopefully whatever this Two of Swords energy will just kind of come to light here as things start to naturally progress here. But let's get a little more clarification on that, because that's an interesting one, interesting energy to come in with. Higher self, can we clarify the Ace of Swords, please? Yeah, I'm just yeah, a little curious about that. That's intuitively what I'm getting, is that it's going to be in a place of kind of like of understanding here of yeah. You got the Five of Wands in reverse here. So I feel like it's how you're going to meet. And now I'm more so getting, I'm getting, yeah, like one, as far as like the environment, I'm getting it's going to be in a more kind of quiet space. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people, because this is something I feel like this person wants your full attention here. I feel like you both are trying to read each other here and really kind of see what are your intentions going into this thing. You know, are both of our energies kind of coming correct here? So I feel like that's whatever this setting is. I feel like that's, and not even just where you're going to meet, but like kind of like how this thing is going to progress here. I feel like it's going to be in a place where there are no distractions. You know, we just want to really just figure out who this person is and who Virgo is. So hopefully that makes sense. But let's get into your third card here, which is going to be your first impression of them. So higher self, what is Virgo's first impression of this person at this time? Let's see. Let's see what they'll give off here when you meet them. Oops. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay. You got the Eight of Pentacles upright. So I feel like this is someone who, your first impression of them, I feel like despite, you know, maybe coming a little guarded and all this stuff, I feel like this person's going to give to you the impression of like someone who's kind of in control here, as far as like they know what they want, you know, that there's, that they kind of have their emotions, at least when it comes to love. You know, I feel like there's no kind of ambiguity there. I feel like they're going to come very much like, hey, these have been my experience up until this point. I prefer X, Y, and Z, you know, and this is one of your cards, Virgo. This is the Sun in Virgo here, the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like they're going to come with a, like, yo, you know, like almost like a checklist is what I'm kind of getting with this. Is just like, hey, I've been in this thing. I'm not about X and Y. Where you at? at with that, Virgo? You cool with that? Dope. Let's do this thing. So I feel like this is someone, because overall with this energies here, I'm not getting like even like a sneaky thing. Like they're even trying to hide this stuff. I feel like they're being very upfront with this, with what's going on here. So I dig that, Virgo. And if this is again, if we're in a relationship, I feel like this is something where if there hasn't been that kind of like open communication here, again, I feel like it would just kind of finding different ways to kind of approach that, or even if they're not being receptive to that, it could be just like, hey, okay, I've tried to come at it from this way, but there's clearly something going on with you. Do you want me to back off, or do you prefer me kind of trying to probe? How is it that you want to feel this thing out? And what's my place in all of this? And just to kind of really just put things out there, just like where am I at in this healing process? Like hopefully I hope that makes sense. But let's move on to your fourth card here, which will be how they will affect you. So higher self, how will this person affect Virgo at this time? Let's see how this energy is evolving here. Oh, already, okay. So you got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this can be a couple of things. I feel like if this is something that we've been upfront with, then I feel like this is like we're in the recovery phase here, because ultimately I do like that the Ten of Swords is upright, because it is like we're starting to let go of some things. We're starting to get into that healing place. But when we are in that, sometimes while we're dealing with this thing, we're not sure. Some old feelings can affect us differently each day. As we're going through this process. So I feel like ultimately, I feel like this person is going to, it's going to get you to a place of relief, is what I'm ultimately kind of getting with this energy at this time. Let's get a little clarification on that. I just to make sure, because this is just let's higher stuff. Can we clarify the Ten of Swords? I just want to there's something's there that I feel like we should check. Okay. You got the Six of Wands in reverse. So I will say with this, Virgo, what I'll say with this energy is, I feel like if this person is trying to heal, and they kind of came in with like setting these expectations and whatnot, I feel like it's one thing to know what you want, and to have, I like that, but I don't like the idea of, if someone has harmed you in the past, or may have done you wrong in a previous relationship, you might next go around, it's like you're setting up all these obstacles. It's like, okay, I'm gonna need you to do this, I'm gonna need you to do that, where we get to like this controlling place. I feel like that's because the Six of Wands for me reverse is that we're not feeling appreciated, or that we're not feeling celebrated. So I feel like maybe with this energy, if this person has gotten you jump through hoops to prove their love for, to prove your love for them, that personally for me, Virgo, I'm not with that, because that's something that a past person has done. This is us now. Don't bring old stuff into this here. This is about letting stuff go. I take the wisdom you have from this thing, but don't expect you to not. I hope that makes sense, Virgo, because I feel like this is something where you don't want to be. You want to make sure that you're being appreciated in this relationship here, and that your feelings are being considered, or being considered. So just keep that in mind. If this is how you, and this is, I feel like for both, if we're in a newer relationship or we've been in one for a while, if we're in this place where we're not feeling appreciated for, I feel like meeting this person halfway, or they're being extra demanding, at some point you're going to need to put your foot down, Virgo. But again, I can't tell you what to do. You're in a judgment-free zone here. But that's just, if you want my 2 cents, that's what I'm kind of feeling with that energy at this time. But let's move on to your 5th card here, which is going to be what kind of relationship it'll be. So higher self, what is this, how's this relationship forming? Where is this relationship going at this time? Oh, okay. Okay. So you got the Hanged Man here. So I feel like this is going to be, where things are going is that we're going to have to consider some, and you know, I shouldn't even say it like that, that I feel like the way that things are going, I feel like is not going to work at some point. You know how I was talking about if they're like, okay, Virgo, well, I'm going to need you to do X, Y, Z, A through Z to prove your love for me. That I feel like is going to halt things. That's going to get like, yo, again, this isn't working. We need to figure out how this is going to work for us. You know, how I respect where you've been on your journey, but this is not, it's again, it's putting yourself first, you know, putting yourself first, Virgo, and thinking about your feelings. And, you know, that's something where if you're not comfortable with this, I feel like this Hanged Man popping up is just like a, hey, you know, we have to find a different way to go about this. Because I appreciate that you know what you want in this thing. I just don't appreciate how you're going about it, you know, or how we're getting to, because I'm doing the most for you, but what are you doing for me? You know, like that's, because that for me personally is just a little extra. But, you know, take it as it resonates, Virgo. But let's go ahead and get to your 6th card here, which is going to be some obstacles. So, because, you know, with every, as you can see, you know, we can have some obstacles come up along the way. So with any good relationship. So, higher self, what are going to be some obstacles that Virgo can expect with this relationship? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Got the Chariot here. So I feel like with this popping up, I feel like some challenges is that momentum, you know, that putting in that work, you know, I feel like that meeting each other halfway, I feel like that's going to be some obstacles here to keep that momentum, because otherwise, if we were staying in this place, I feel like it's going to get us to a spot where we're going to stagnate, you know, and where this thing isn't going to go anywhere. So I feel like the obstacle is going to be just keeping things moving and not being stuck in the past, not letting the past define this current situation here. You know, it's about utilizing the strengths from that and applying it to this thing, you know, and to be able to express this stuff. If let's say on their checklist there, you know, let's say you might have crossed the line, Virgo, let's discuss it first. You know, it's not about like, well, if you do this, then I'm done with you. Well, if that's how you got to do it, if that's how they're doing it, let them do their thing, Virgo, because like it's not something you can force this on. You know, they got to deal with their journey there. But I want to get a little clarification on the Chariot. Higher self, can we clarify the obstacle, please? What is it that? Yeah, I just want a little bit more clarification on that. Oh, okay. Okay, you got the 7 of Swords upright. So I feel like this is where things are going with this thing. You know, we're getting to a place of, I feel like at the rate that things are going, it could lead to where maybe we're feeling too much pressure, and then it could lead to some dishonesty. You know, I feel like it's almost like in the efforts of trying not to make this thing happen again, they're making this thing happen again, if that makes sense. You know, this is something like they're almost like recreating this thing. It's like, well, this is what I don't like, and you're trying so hard, and then you get to a place where it's just like, well, you know what, forget your rules. You know, I'm going to go out and do my thing. You know, I'm tired of playing in your realm here and playing by your rules. And I feel like that's what can lead to a 7 of Swords where we get into like, oh, well, I'll do this thing just to spite them, or, you know, I'll show them, or, you know, we're getting into like, we're low vibratory responses here. So that's where I'll leave that there, you know, just because that's tough. That's a tough one, Virgo. Let's get to your 7th card here, which is going to be the outcome. So, higher self. What is going to be the outcome for Virgo in this situation here? Let's see what is the outcome for Virgo. Oops. Yeah? Okay. You got the Magician in reverse. And this is your ruler here, Virgo. So I feel like, oh, hold on one second. So I feel like with this popping up here, the outcome, I feel like it's going to be where if we're going at this place where, you know, where we're feeling like in this, if we're in a really controlling type of environment here, I feel like we're going to get to a place where we don't feel like we can, where we kind of lose ourselves a little bit, where we lose that our uniqueness, you know, we lose that our almost like our ability to manifest, or we lose who we are in a sense, you know, because now we're in this other person's energy here, and we've forgotten our own. We're trying to manifest around them, and I feel like that's not working with this Magician popping up. Their reciprocity has to happen, because otherwise it's like, what are we doing? You know, like that's. And I don't mean to sound hot, Virgo, but that's something where I'm come on, I want you, I don't want to see you getting hurt in this relationship. That's a mother and coming out of me, but that Cancerian energy. But I do feel like, yeah, we don't want to get to this place where yeah, you don't feel like you can be yourself, Virgo, and like wholly be yourself in your environment. You know, that's, you know, I can't tell you, you know how I feel about that. I can't tell you what to do, but be mindful. Let's be mindful. Let's get to your 8th card here, which is going to be ultimately how this relationship will affect you. You know, so we've gone through this thing. You know, so where are we at with all this stuff? Where is this relationship taking us higher self? How will this thing ultimately affect Virgo? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Virgo, you got the wheel in reverse here. So I feel like ultimately, if we sacrifice who we are, and we decide to cater to this and to play this game and to jump through these hoops, I feel like I feel like for you, your personal fortune, because this is Jupiter here. The wheel represents Jupiter. It's and you know, Jupiter's about expansion and fortune, and the wheel is just about your destiny here. And I feel like if we're putting ourselves in a box here and, you know, really limiting ourselves, you're going to miss, or not even that you're going to miss out, but you're going to prolong this fortune here. You know, it's going to take that much longer for you to get to where you need to be in your journey. You know, so that's, that I'll leave that there, Virgo. I feel like that's, because otherwise I'm going to sound like a broken record. Let's get to your 9th card and your last card here, which is going to be what you'll learn from this situation. So, higher self. What can Virgo learn from this situation at this time? What are some, what's the lesson that we have in this, from this journey here? Let's see what's going on. You got the 2 of Wands here, Virgo. So I feel like this is balls in your court. You got to decide what you want to do with this energy here. You know, the 2 of Wands is about, you know, claiming your world, you know, figuring out what you want to do, and then going out and getting it, and kind of planning for that. So, you know, we can go ahead and switch back over. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be, you know, you have to, no one can tell you what to do in this situation. You're going to have to do some soul searching and find yourself and find out, do we want to keep putting up with this thing? Or, you know, what actions are we going to take? So this is, balls in your court, Virgo. You know, I'm gonna be there. I'm be there to support you either way, you know, along the journey here. So just make sure that when you're making this decision, that you have considered yourself, and you know that you don't forget that, because you're important in this thing. This wouldn't be a relationship. This person is just one half of it. If they're not there, it wouldn't be complete without you, Virgo. So your opinion matters. So that's where I'll leave it. A little deep there, but you know, if we're resonating with this, you know, hopefully that kind of helps you kind of navigate through this thing. But let's do all the YouTube things: like, share, subscribe. You know, and if you know someone going through this situation, you know, feeling this energy, yeah, definitely share that. You know, spread those good vibes around here, Virgo. We're trying to raise the soul tribe up here. Follow me on Facebook. Let's be friends. You know, I'm all on Facebook, actively posting. And then if you got yourself a ticket here, not that you needed one, Virgo, but if you got any Cancer in your placement or just want to hang out with Cancerians, hopefully this person isn't a Cancerian. But if you're trying to figure out how they tick, check out the Chariot and Friends. I cover all the lunar shenanigans, what phase she's in, sign she's in, void of course, just all that fun stuff there. But let's go ahead and get your surprise card. Oof, so I can get you out of here. Okay. You know what? No, this is solid, because you got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this is something that if you've been feeling like you've been in a nightmare, like that this thing is like you can't sleep, you can't eat, it's just like when you go to work you're thinking about it, when you're walking you think about it. It's inundated you in wherever you go. I feel like this is about time to start letting some things go. If it's lowering your vibration, I won't even say let it go. It's either a time to reestablish some boundaries, or ultimately it could be time to maybe consider parting ways. And this is for both. I feel like the last few cards, this applies to in a relationship or brand spanking new. Because you don't want to get to this place of where you've lost yourself, and that you're molding yourself around this person all for the sake of a relationship. Value the relationship that you have with you, Virgo, and that you have with your higher self. That relationship first and foremost. And then when that's good, then everything else then the universe makes space for someone who's matching that vibratory state that you're in. So if we've been feeling like, well, crap, now I got possibly another dud on the horizon. No, Virgo, this was a lesson here, because if we've gone through this, or we're maybe going through this at this time, you've learned what you're about, what you like in a relationship, what you won't put up with, and what and to lay out, and if anything, this shows you how to be receptive for others' needs too, and making sure that there is that reciprocity there. So yeah, that's where I'll leave it, Virgo. So stay safe out there, keep raising that vibration, and I will catch you on the next one later.